What's up, guys? Volt here, bringing you a brand new Fast and Furious car remake. In today's remake, I'm bringing the 1969 Yenko Camaro SYC from Too Fast, Too Furious. It's kind of a car that was kind of sprinkled in throughout the movie. At the very beginning, they went it through a pink slip, and it makes a very iconic appearance at the very end of the movie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that didn't see it yet, so make sure you go check it out. It's actually a really good movie, had a lot of great cars in it. And this is the kind of second addition to the muscle car that I did before, which was the Challenger. And the driver of that one was Darden. And this guy's name is Korpi, I believe. And he is the second driver for the pink slip race. So it's a very iconic car. It's a very beautiful car. It's based on a Camaro, but the in-game car is the Vigero. It kind of sounds familiar, you know, Vigero or Vigero and Camaro. They kind of sound a little bit similar, and that's what I think they were going for. And the base design of the Vigero or Vigero is 1969 Camaro, so it pretty much fits the build. I know a lot of people will go with the Tampa or possibly even a couple other different cars, and I'm sorry, but they're wrong. And even though this doesn't have the livery, I believe it still is the best option and best fit for the build. So, to start things off, you can actually find this car on the street, I believe, and keep it. Otherwise, you would need to go to the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website on your phone or on your computer if you're at your office or anywhere else. You want to come down to the two-door section and find the Declasse Vigero. It's going to cost you $21,000. I still believe you can find these on the street and save them, but I could be wrong. So once you have your car, let's go in and customize. This is a custom crew color, by the way, and I'll go over that in a little bit. Don't worry. I'm in a public section. As you've seen, I just drove right past somebody. And the Declasse Vigero or Vigero is in the muscle category. Pretty much a given. I mean, it's based on a 1969 Yenko Camaro. So yeah, that pretty much is a given. So as I go over all my builds, I go over the overall look, the visual appearance, and the basic design on how the car is portrayed in the movie and or game itself. Anything else is completely up to you. I just put a few staples, and there's not much customization on this car, so there's not much stuff you're going to need to figure out or change yourself, or have the option of changing. So anyways, let's get into the build. To start things off, you want to go to the exhaust. There is no body kit options for the front bumper or the rear bumper or anything, so can't do anything with that. But in the movie, he does have a dual exit exhaust, kind of like the Challenger had in the movie as well, the orange one. And I believe the dual exit exhaust is the best. The stock ones are just singles. They don't look that great. They're kind of hanging down. These ones are a bit more stealthy. If you look at the car in the movie, it's harder, in the pictures I have on the screen, it's hard to see the exhaust, but they are there. They're not circular like this. I think they're more square, kind of like how the Challengers were, but this is the best option we have. After that, we move on to the hood. You want to just keep that stock hood. It didn't have like an air intake or a vented hood of any sort, or carbon, or a bug catcher, or any kind of really fancy hood. It just had pretty much the little bulge on the front, which is very nice. And that pretty much fits it pretty good. After that, we move on to the lights. Now, there's two options you can do. You can either stick with the stock lights, or you can actually go to the Arena War and actually put on the golden shower lights. They're kind of like on old antique lights, but it really depends on what you want to design it like. I mean, I feel like the stock lights are just fine. That way I don't need to waste that much money, and it's completely up to you on your choice. There's no neon kit on this car, so don't worry about adding anything on there. Just save yourself some money on that. Don't really see much neon on muscle cars, that's for sure. After that, we move on to the plate. You want to put on the blue on white 1 plate, and the custom plate you want to put on is V3X884. Now, I tried putting this in my iFruit app, trying to actually make the custom plate, and it said that it was prohibited. I couldn't use it. I couldn't even make the VEX884. So there's something wrong with those words or those letters that you can't use it. So my best option would be saying put like Too Fast, Too Furious, or you could put his name, which is Korpi, on there. That would fit too. So that's completely up to you what you want to do with that. I just stuck with my classic plate, and I think it kind of fits the car pretty well. Same respray for last. We go to the roll cage. It has no roll cage, which is kind of insane. Muscle cars should have a roll cage because they go pretty fast and they have a lot of horsepower. And well, I mean, I guess they don't really need one because they're mainly made of a more high durable metal than like, I don't know, plastic. They're pretty much most cars are made of anymore. So no roll cage in this car. Pretty cheap car, I will say that. So it's a good cheap car compared to the Challenger. So your combo collection of the Challenger and the Camaro builds in GT Online isn't going to cost you too much at all. After that, we move on to the spoiler. You want to put on the drag wing, and I believe this fits the best because it has a wing. It has a little bit of a lip to it. It's not anything crazy like that, and it's not plain. You want to add a little bit of a wing. Also adds a little bit of traction for the muscle car, so it actually helps out in GT Online as well. And again, suspension. Got to keep that stock suspension, guys. It's a muscle car. You don't lower a muscle car. Well, you don't lower certain muscle cars, I should say. Other muscle cars you can, but this one, no. This one and the Challenger, no. Don't lower them. After that, we move on to the wheels. You want to go to wheel type. You want to go down here to the muscle category. You want to go to the chrome rims. If you can't afford the chrome rims, then go to the stock rims. But the ones you're looking for are the cracker rims. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to say, oh, put on the Classic 5 or the Dukes. The Classic 5, I do kind of, they do kind of fit a bit. But if you actually look at the design of the rim, the spokes are kind of more like, I don't know, ovalish or almost like a teardrop-ish. And if you go to the cracker ones, they're kind of more like a diamond shape. I'll have a picture on screen that they actually took when they were working on the very end scene of the movie. And you'll see the rims in clear picture right there because it was hard to find a picture of the rims close up throughout the movie. But this one here works pretty well, and it's a screenshot I made myself. So I think the cracker rims fit the best, and they definitely have to be chrome. I mean, they can't be anything other than chrome. Unless you can't afford them, like I said, then just go to the stock rims, go down here to the cracker rims, and just buy the stock ones. They work just as good. But if you want it to be exactly spot on, go with the chrome cracker rims. You're going to be spending probably about $60,000 or so on the rims, though. Can't change the wheel color because it will be chrome. If they are not chrome, then just keep them, I would say, maybe like a stone silver, or maybe just, stock color. For the tires, tire design, it does have custom tires on it, so you do want to put the text on the side. So do put custom tires on them. Tire enhancements, bulletproof tires, you could put it on there if you want. I don't most of the time, so if I have it on there, it's kind of a shocker to me because some of my cars back then I did put them on it, but now I don't. So bulletproof tires, again, your choice. Tire smoke, white tire smoke. And last before anything else is the wheelie bar. There's no wheelie bar on this car, so don't even add that on there. It just looks stupid, and it just save yourself some money. I know it's not a lot of money, but a little bit of money saved up is a lot saved up in the end. And for the windows, you just want to put none. I did have light smoke on this at one point, but I just noticed that he has no window tint, so just put none. Now I'll see you guys in 2 seconds with a rolled steel primer color. Alright, and we're back. Now, as you can see, I have my car in my primered out rolled steel. That way you guys can see how I recreate it. I always put it in this because I believe it's kind of like a primer color for when you put a paint job on a real car. You put a primer down, then you put the base coat over top, then you probably put like a clear coat or something like that. So I just do this just to kind of give you an idea of what the color I choose is. So if you guys can't afford the custom crew color, you want to make your own color, your best option would be to go down here to the blues and to just put on the Saxon blue color. Then probably put like maybe an ultra blue pearlescent or maybe like a light blue pearlescent over top. Kind of give it a bit of a more of a shine. And that is a pretty good answer to the color. But if you want to put the custom crew color on, the hex code will be on screen right now, and the RGB will be down in the description below. It's my own custom crew color. As you can see, this is Le Mans blue, the color I made for this car exactly. Give you a little spin around real quick. And there's only one color for this car. There's no secondary color. It's just basically the primary color. And what you want to do for the pearlescent is you want to give it a bit more of a blue shine. So my best option that I came up with after spending a lot of money on this is adding an ultra blue pearlescent to it. And that's it. That's how you recreate the 1969 Yenko Camaro SYC from Too Fast, Too Furious. Again, another iconic car that, Paul Walker drives, of course. But, before that, it was Korpi's car. Beautiful car. It is actually a very beautiful car. I wish we could get the livery on the side for this. Kind of like how they have for the Nova the Vamos. It is basically a Nova, though. And the Vamos and possibly maybe the Gauntlet or even the Tampa. The Tampa would be great, too. That's probably why people choose the Tampa, because it has the livery. But my best take is I try to recreate cars that are based on the real life car. If it doesn't have the best options, then oh well, but I still try to use the base car. So the Vigero is basically a 1969 Camaro, and the Tampa, I believe, is like based on a Mustang or something close, something other than a Camaro, not a Chevy build. The Gauntlet Classic is based on a Challenger, a Dodge Challenger. There's just so many cars, but this is the best option, unfortunately. But overall, I don't think it looks too bad. So we're pulling outside. Now, what I tried to go for was the car color being a specific color. So in the dark, as you can see, it's got a little bit of a blue shine to it. In the movie, when they're doing the pink slip race, in the dark, it had a dark blue to it, and it had like a blue shine to it. So I wanted to try to recreate that to the best of my ability, as well as when it's in the sunlight, it kind of has like the Le Mans blue, but it's not really that sunny out. It's actually, the sun's actually going down because it's 18. So yeah, I think that's going to pretty much wrap up today's video, guys. So if you guys did enjoy the build, don't forget to smash like, subscribe if you're new. If you have any requests, please leave them down in the comment section down below. I think I had somebody do want a request for this, but I do apologize. I lost the comment. I wasn't able to get a screenshot of it. So if you were the one that suggested this, please let me know, and I'll put your name down in the description below. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace!